Well, you go into various places where the disabled are helped, and you teach them the Bible.
Yeah, where they live.
Where they live, okay.
And they are downsizing these facilities now. A lot of them are being downsized. I'm one person.
State money?
No. They feel like they would do better in a home-like environment rather than an institutional environment. And I see the logic. But it makes it more difficult for me because I'm one person that don't drive.
I see.
Now you're partially sighted and you don't drive. Well, that's probably a good idea.
You know, the DMV kind of frowns at giving you a license when you can only see the big E.
Yeah.
So, you know, but I'm grateful for what I've got.
Amen.
And God has provided various transportation services, friends, the ability to walk. You know, all these things are ways to get to these different places.
Right.
And so God has been faithful. He has provided. He has met my needs. And He has also brought me in over my head.
Yeah.
Being dyslexic, could you imagine me writing curriculum? Come on! Okay, this is something that only God could do.
Right.
Okay? My spelling is atrocious. I only read at about a 5th grade level, and He's got me writing curriculum.
Wow.
But it's a God thing. It keeps me dependent on Him.
Amen.
Yeah.
And that's right where He wants me.
All glory goes to God.
Absolutely. I cannot do this myself. There is no way, but it's Him. My sign language, I have deaf students in some of my facilities where I teach.
Right.
My sign language is poor. It's beginner level. I can communicate the gospel, though, to a certain extent. But my friend went to a funeral, and this girl was doing beautiful sign language. So the DVDs are going to have sign language on them. What I want to do is I want to do a DVD that has my lesson on it.
Right.
So that I can mail them to facilities, because I can't get to all these little 4- and 6-bed facilities anymore.
Right.
And also, I want to have a teacher's manual with it so that I can have something where teachers can be trained to go in, and all they have to do is go in and be their friend.
Right.
And then there's little things like I have a section of questions, I will have an activity, different things that a teacher can do to make it more fun. But any illustrations will be on the DVD. We want to do an interview with client, one of the disabled people that are in one of my homes or something.
Okay.
Like a 1 to 2 minute little segment.
Basically, how is the Lord touching your life?
Something like that, or like one of my guys, we did one of these interviews, and the guy was so nervous. All we could get out of him was, yes, yes, yes. And finally, all of a sudden, he snapped out of it. And my friend said, so, have you learned anything from Terri? Oh, Terri, teach me whole bunch. You know, and I said, do we need to do a retake? And he's going, no, we'll leave it just the way it is.
Yeah.
You know, because the people I work with are going to relate to that.
Right.
Now, the people you work with are not necessarily children, they're adults.
They're all adults.
Oh, okay, with this disability.
Right.
What kinds of disabilities do they have?
Well, most of them are multi-handicapped.
Okay.
95% of those that I work with have developmental delay. And then I have a lot that have motor skill problems because they have cerebral palsy, which that is brain damage that affects how the muscles react.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Some people might not know it's. I mean, it causes a disability by your ability to move, or
right, your ability to move, your ability. Like one of my guys who has it, he claps like this.
Right.
Okay.
Motor skills.
The motor skills just are not there. Fortunately, my motor skills are pretty good. My handwriting looks like a 3rd grader's.
Yeah. A lot of people who are completely, gifted with health, have that kind of handwriting.
Yeah, but see, with me, and I can see in somebody's handwriting if they have brain damage.
Right.
It shows in the handwriting. And so the cerebral palsy with me shows in 3 ways. The way I walk, I have the typical CP gait.
Okay.
My handwriting, and then I think I'm doing pretty good, but if I'm nervous, usually my eyes are just hopping everywhere.
You're doing just fine, yeah.
So, but it affects the muscle coordination, muscle tone sometimes.
Okay.
50% of those who have it, let's see, severe, have retardation.
Okay.
30% of those who have it mild have retardation.
I see.
And then a lot of the people I work with have seizure disorders,
Okay, yeah.
because that's, once again, brain damage.
Right.
Then I have a few that are blind or partially sighted.
Right.
But a lot of them are multi-handicapped. And so when I'm doing curriculum, I'm trying to come up with things that no matter what their disabilities are that go along with the retardation or along with the deafness, the activities we do would be something they could still do.
Right. You know, you can relate to them, and that's, you know, the Lord has made you special.
Yeah.
You're special, and they're special.
Absolutely.
And we're all fearfully and wonderfully made, and we're all special in God's eyes. And,
Right.
and He's going to use, well, as we were talking earlier, all things for good for those who
Absolutely.
love Him and those who are called. So
God never says oops.
That's right.